Will talked about like a bend but don't break kind of mentality, and I mean you're a big psychology guy. Just how important is that kind of in these stretches, and in a team I'd imagine over 34 games just has that kind of have that as well.
Yeah, there are always going to be low moments in any season. Um, every season I've been a part of, there's always a moment or two where you've not gotten results, and you have to lock everything out and lock onto the process and go to the next game. We have to go on to the next game. We have to get back to work and throw ourselves into the next game. Obviously, the first two games didn't go the way we drew it up in terms of result. Performance did in a lot of ways. But now we're in the third game, and it's why you tentatively plan what you're going to do in the window, but you always have to reevaluate based on how it goes and how guys feel. But I don't think there'll be much deviation of what we had planned. I think the trickiest thing is when you look at Houston, they had no midweek game. So you saw in DC they had the same plan as we did. They went for the first two games, the conference games, and even they played Sunday, so they had a shorter even rest. So in this third one, we have to really think about how can we get energy into the game. We need to talk to guys that played and see how they feel, and we know there are certain guys that it's no problem to get through a window like this. Some guys it's a little more difficult based on position, based on maybe their experience and their age. So those are things we have to factor in. Also, in some positions we don't have the luxury to rotate as much. In some positions we do because the 2, the 3, those guys are maybe just as good. So I think those are things we're all taking into consideration. And like always, and you saw last game, we'll roll out a plan. There were no surprises in the game in terms of what they did. We played very well, and we got a lot of chances. We just didn't finish. The final ball and the finish was the only thing lacking for me on the day.
Do you think with 4 of the next 6 matches on the road, there's any sort of silver lining or benefit in having that variety and kind of switching things up over the next few games?
No, I don't think we need to switch anything up as far as home and away. We'd much rather be at home if we could be, But there's always going to be home and away, and you take them as they come. The windows where maybe there's an opportunity to bank points, and we missed an opportunity a little bit with these last 2 home games. But it wasn't for lack of effort. The effort was there, the attitude was there, and it wasn't for lack of organization as well. It was all there. It was all there. And I think that's what makes it tough because, you feel like you should have got something out of it. But at the end of the day, I said it, we got to make our own luck. We're not getting the bounces a little bit, not getting that breakthrough. But in the final third, we got to make our own luck. We got to show that hunger in moments. And maybe it's not a perfect goal. Maybe it's a garbage goal, But, I want to see us be opportunistic like the opponent has been in the last 3 games.